Sherman by Jaden Santos. Cindy's early life. Born on January 19, 1954 in Glen Ridge, New Jersey, she grew up on Long Island and was the youngest of 5 kids. She craved attention due to the fact that she felt forgotten by the rest of her family. From a young age, she would try and get attention from anyone watching by taking on different personas and dressing abstractly. Her family was conservative, wanting everything to be done the old-fashioned way, which Cindy did not appreciate. Even though her family may have looked perfect from the outside, there was turmoil behind closed doors. When Cindy was 15 years old, her older brother committed suicide. This made Cindy feel like she could have done more to prevent this situation, which led her to try and fix other men. Beginning as an artist. She attended Buffalo State College. After graduating, she moved to New York City. She saw New York as a place to reinvent herself. She started to attend social events in costumes. Her friends convinced her to start photographing her different characters. This was the start of her most famous pieces, the Untitled Film Stills. Untitled Film Stills. These film pictures were taken by Cindy to address a social issue. In her series Untitled Film Stills, Cindy communicates what it means to age as a woman, the subjecting effect of the male gaze on female form, and the effect of social media on the self-image. Cindy acts as the model in all of the film. She takes on different personas in costume to address different issues. Each film makes you feel like you're looking at one clip from a movie that you may have seen before. This makes the viewer connect deeper with Cindy's moving photographs. Due to the fact that these are photographs, I believe it makes them feel authentic, almost as if you were standing right in front of Cindy. On the next few slides, I will analyze 3 pieces from Cindy's Untitled Still series. Untitled Film Still 17. Cindy in this image seems to be portraying a woman scared on the streets of a big city. It seems as if she's looking beyond the camera, looking for someone to arrive. To me, the way her eyes are gazing seems almost unsettling, like a person she is waiting for is not good or could harm her. I believe through this picture, Cindy is addressing the fact that women in the 1980s weren't always safe or protected. They always felt like they needed to lean on someone else to survive and could not live on their own. Untitled Film Still number 2. This image seems to be addressing a different social issue than the last photograph. This topic, I would have to say, is how the media portrays beauty. Cindy is draped in a towel, inferring that she had just gotten out of the shower. She's looking over her shoulder, fixating on her appearance. The media makes women feel that perfect beauty is what is always expected. Women should never have a blemish or be overweight. Even every woman should look the same. But this idea is so far from the truth. Through this image, Cindy is inadvertently saying that beauty is what you make. There are no guidelines. Each person is unique. Untitled Film Still 84. In this final image, Cindy addresses the social issue of women being the homemaker. This means that women should be home taking care of children, cleaning the house, and making dinner. Women should not have their own careers. By the way Cindy is showing exhaustion on her face, the torn grocery bags in the kitchen, and settling her gaze onto someone behind the camera shows just this. In the 1980s, women did just this, but Cindy is trying to show that women should not have to be confined to their homes. I have to give Cindy all the props for taking on such a big social issue in a time where her idea was not being respected and doing it in a very classy way. To the naive eye, these still films could just as well be one scene from a movie, but we know the stance Cindy took in the 1980s to change the idea of women for the future.